What's up? So Andor episode 10. Now this episode was actually very enjoyable. I mean, this is probably my favourite episode of the whole season. You know, Andy Serkis steals the show once again. His acting is just amazing, like just top tier. He needs to do more live action roles instead of just being a CGI ape or Snoke, for example. And to be honest, all the actors and actresses were phenomenal. The acting is just top tier in this show. From Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma and Stellan Skarsgård as Luthen. The acting is just great across the board. But now for this episode, the emotion in it, the emotion from all the prisoners. Honestly, I don't know why I keep forgetting to shout out Diego Luna as Andor. Of course, his acting is as phenomenal as everyone else's. I don't know why I keep forgetting to shout him out in every review, considering he's the main character. His acting's as good as everyone else's, but in this episode, the emotion in this episode was top tier. The whole episode was entertaining. There was no boring parts. For the first time in an Andor episode, there was no boring parts whatsoever. The prison escape scene was well planned out, it was well shot. You can really feel how desperate each prisoner was to get out. And the character development from Andy Serkis' character is just too good. I mean, how is he one of the top characters of the show already? Just been in like 3 episodes, I think, overall, maybe 4. His character, there's just a lot to like about him. At the start, he seems like just like an asshole, just a prick. Like at the start, he low-key feels like he can be a part of the Empire. Just the way he moved, the way it seems like he'd throw a prisoner under the bus just to, you know, satisfy the Empire or just to get himself out of the prison. Because of course he was told he was going to get released earlier than everyone else. You know, he had a couple days left. But damn, the best part of the episode was his speech. Andy Serkis' speech was just so good. The emotion in it, the shots, the way everyone was escaping whilst he was talking, the way you could see him slowly inspiring every prisoner to think, you know what, this is our chance, we need to get out of here. Because of course you can see on the prisoners' faces that they're shocked that this is even going on, that some prisoners have taken a whole sector over. You know, that would be shocking to hear as a prisoner, thinking, how the hell have they done that? You know, it don't seem like there's any escape. The fact that they heard that and thought, damn, wow, this is actually our chance to escape. We never thought we'd have a chance, but we need to do it now. As he was saying in his speech, oh, this is our only chance, this is our one chance. There's only one exit, one way out. That shit was, it was so good. And it literally represents the whole Star Wars story, that one monologue. Because Star Wars is about hope. You know, it feels like everything's lost, there's no way out of the prison. You know, and then you get that one hope. The one hope to destroy the Death Star, the one hope to take down the dark side. When all hope is lost, there's them heroes, that person to inspire everybody to actually get out of the situation, make the world better, make your life better, and escape a bad situation, which was the prison. Escaping a bad situation is also destroying the Death Star and getting rid of a bad situation. That's what they were doing, you know, it's amazing. So that was just really good. Well, as much as I did have a problem with this show, you know, when it comes to the lack of Star Wars feeling, the lack of aliens is still a problem to me. That will not go away. It's ridiculous that there's no aliens. I mean, this is Star Wars. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the feeling of Star Wars just isn't really there. At the same time, this is actually getting really good now. This is by far the best arc of the show, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes. I mean, this is the end of the prison arc. This prison arc gets a 9 out of 10 for me, honestly. I've actually really enjoyed it, especially with the last episode. It just boosts all the other episodes of the arc. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this episode. The first 2 arcs were kind of boring. You know, I didn't really see where it was going. I still don't really see where the show's going to end up. It don't really seem like it's impacted the main story or anything in any way, and it's not really meant to. But I've actually had a pretty good time with this show, and speaking about it with other people, you know, other Star Wars fans. And I've only been feeling like that recently, because before I didn't really like the show. It just wasn't feeling like Star Wars. And yeah, I just thought it was just another Disney thing. The writing's better than most of the Star Wars things you got in the past. Some people will say it's the best writing in Star Wars, but I wouldn't say that. I mean, to me, it's not better than the prequels and the originals. A lot of people are going to be like, what? The prequels? No way. But I'll make a video about that, explaining, because it does make sense, and I'm just going to put it into another video. But yeah, it's great writing, great acting, and honestly, I am really enjoying it now, which I'm so happy to say. And I wouldn't mind a season 2 now. At first, I didn't want a season 2. I definitely want to see a season 2 of this, and I cannot wait to see the last 2 episodes that finish off the show. So hopefully it gets good, hopefully you see some cameos. I know a lot of people didn't even want cameos, but I just want to see some cameos. That makes sense. No Jedi, no Sith. I mean, we could see the Emperor. That would make sense. Or maybe Darth Vader, but we don't really need to see him. There's no threat or situation in this show that even calls for a level of power that big. You know, it'll be a waste of their time for Vader and the Emperor to show up. It just would not make sense in this story. But I do enjoy it for what it is. If they're going to make season 2, you better get way more aliens in it, and you better get a little more action. I mean, the story's amazing, the plot. I love to see how the rebels are slowly trying to make moves against the Empire. You know, that's what all of us wanted. Before this show dropped, a lot of us wanted to see the political side, in between the prequels and the originals, of how the rebellion came to be, how the Empire moved after they took control of everything, after they got rid of the Republic. So for people like me who don't really think it feels like Star Wars, even though it's starting to feel a little more like Star Wars, but still doesn't really, you can still find enjoyment in it for the fact that it's a show that you've been wanting to see on the political side, and it's doing a great job showing how the Empire and the rebellion kind of going at each other, and how the rebellion's trying to take down this massive beast, which is the Empire, with impossible odds. So yeah, I am enjoying it now, and I can't wait to see the last 2 episodes. Hopefully it finishes strong. Hopefully season 2 is even better with aliens. But yeah, I can't wait for the next 2 episodes. What do you think about it? Put it down below. Do you agree or disagree? And I'll see you on the next one.
Oh my God, he's so